The following BLTV program is brought to you by O'Flaherty Law. Please enjoy.
Welcome, everybody, to the Seize Your Business podcast. I'm Bryan McDonald from OnPurpose Growth, and today I have John and Dana Gezik from Primetime Health Solutions. And today, what we're talking about is how to fit healthy into a busy lifestyle, realizing that the business owners, small business owners, or executives that listen to this pod or watch this podcast have a very busy lifestyle. Sure. John and Dana are here to share a little bit about how to do that. So welcome, guys. I appreciate you coming out.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Why don't you give me a quick introduction of what Primetime Health Solutions is? And I know you're a talker, so why don't you keep it to 30 seconds?
So Primetime Health Solutions is a health and wellness company that we established to help people really make the first step towards health and get them on the right track to change your buying habits and change your eating habits and create a healthy lifestyle.
And from our conversations and knowing you, you're working with a lot of business owners, executives, people that are just, foot on the pedal in driving business forward, that have reached a point in their lives where they saying, what the hell just happened and how did I get here? Right.
Yeah. So you'll run into the people that will need that wake up call, that moment where it's either a health issue or a health scare or something like that. Where they'll say, "Oh my gosh, I need to start doing something." Especially for the guys, I find that a lot with the guys, where they're going to have a wake up call. Because we are. I mean, we're focused on making money. We're focused on business. We're dividing our time up in little tiny increments. And a lot of times we're the ones that work ourselves down to the bottom of the list, and we're last.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some ideal ways to do this. How do we start fitting healthy into busy lifestyles?
So you want me to go?
No, go ahead.
So one of the things that I find with guys specifically, and you could address the women.
Yeah.
One of the things I find with guys specifically is that we all use time as an excuse.
Yeah.
So it's always like, I don't have time. If or the dreaded, if I only had the time to take care of myself. I mean, and it's a sacrificial giving. I'm coaching the kids. I'm working as much as I can to provide. To provide for the kids. Or I'm busting my butt so my wife could stay home. All these things are, justifiable, and they sound really great, and we get, our badge of honor for that. So it's really hard to break that pattern to be, to not feel selfish, to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
That's when you keep that as your focus. So the biggest thing that you have to overcome is the excuses. Is that really, it's not a time issue. Most of the guys think, I don't have, how can I get healthy? I don't have an hour or two to spend, at the gym every day. But they discard the fact that really, it's true, 80% of it is nutrition.
Really?
So, yeah, if you could just take time to focus on the 80%, that's the biggest chunk of the pile, instead of focusing on the 20% that you can't get to the gym and work out. You'd be amazed on the lifestyle transformation you can have with just focusing on your nutrition.
So let's dive a little bit deeper into that. What is it about the nutrition that can help people be more healthy? I know that's kind of a broad. You're the expert, so
I understand what you're saying. So, I mean, really, when you're hungry, I mean, your body is craving for nutrition, for nutrients. It's not necessarily craving food. But we try to get all of our nutrients from nutrient-lacking food.
Really?
So as we try to satisfy our hunger, which is really satisfying our nutrition needs, as we get older and as the farming and the food supply, dwindles in nutrition, we need more and more calories to satisfy our body's nutritional needs. So now we're at a point where we're eating 4,000, 5,000 calories a day because we're hungry.
Oh, yeah.
And we're trying to meet our nutrition needs with the food that's out there, which is nutrient lacking. So you need more and more food. So what you really have to do is you have to come up with something. You have to come up with a plan where, first of all, everybody has time to eat. So you have to come up with a plan where you're getting the best nutrition, the dense nutrition, and the least amount of calories. And it has to be convenient, because nobody's got time to stop at the produce store, on the way home from work, and
meal prep,
juicing,
Yeah,
meal prep, stuff
meal
like
preps,
that.
yeah.
I mean, and that's for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the guy that's just got off the couch, or the guy that just got a wake up call that says, "Oh crap, I need to do something."
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have time to go to the gym, how are you going to have time to go to the specific stores to get everything that you need?
Yeah,
Right.
on top of all that, yeah. So
Right.
you have to figure out a way to get that conveniently. And you have to realize that the food that you're eating will never be enough. You have to have nutrient-dense food.
So has something happened to our food?
Well, I mean, what has happened, like John had alluded to, is that the food that we have now is so nutrient deficient.
Okay.
So people just aren't getting it, and they wonder why they feel so bad. Especially when I talk to women, I mean, no energy. They're barely getting the right amount of sleep, or they can't sleep, and they feel. They always say, I just feel icky. I feel blah.
Yeah.
They might need weight loss. They might not, but they just feel bad. And so many of them just want to feel good. They have, if they're working moms, they're working, they're coming home with kids, they've got their husbands, they have so much to do, and they feel like they're not even present for their children or their husbands because they feel so bad, and it does come down to how we eat and some of the toxicity that's built up in our bodies, and we address that to it with Primetime. And so if we can just help them start changing those things around, getting healthy doesn't have to be a big deal. It just takes a few smart steps and to show them how they can do that. And again, we talk a lot about, giving yourself permission to do that. Looking at yourself and saying, you know what, I'm giving myself permission to focus on myself to get healthy because I do want to be more present for my family. I'll talk to a lot of moms who are just worried about, where they're going to be in 20 years. They say, if I feel this bad when I'm, 30, 35 years old, what am I going to feel like in 20 years?
Yeah.
I can't even imagine if I don't change something. So we're trying to give them ideas and solutions on how they can do that pretty simply, conveniently, and get results quickly so that they stay motivated to stay focused on themselves.
So it sounds like in the beginning, the best practices is not to dive in and make major change, is kind of, but have major commitment.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. So most of the people that we're working with, I mean, if they make a decision where I have to do something, typically they've already tried something before, but it's not sustainable. Most of the programs that people try are diet-based programs where they're deprivation, where you can't eat this, you can't eat this, you can't eat this. I mean, there's programs that say, there's like no carb or low carb programs. I mean, are you honestly going to tell yourself that you're not going to have a carb?
I
You're
love
not going to
pizza.
have a friend.
I know, we love pizza too.
I know.
I love the whole pizza.
Fold
Fold in half. It's a slice.
Right. So, I mean, you can't tell people that they're going to do something like that. And then people wonder why they fail on those programs because you're not really going to sustain that lifestyle. I mean, why should you have to do that?
Yeah.
So if you're focused on a diet, that means there's a weight loss. I mean, we wanted to develop a program that you can start and you could maintain forever, that you're actually looking forward to doing instead of saying, oh my gosh, how long do I have to do this for? If you enter a program or even a lifestyle change or even just changing your daily routines on your food, if you can't sustain that, then you're going to end up going back to the way you were. Yeah. You have to find something that you can sustain and develop a lifestyle so that way you'll never go back. That's why diet programs don't work.
Yeah.
And you think that's what people's orientation is to saying, I can't be healthy because I'm so busy, is because that they've been oriented to quick fixes and things that don't work. So
I think a lot of times they're coming off a program or a program or a program or a program. They've done everything. I mean, that was me. I mean, I was an adult.
Lose-aholic?
Lose-aholic? I was a lose and gain. I mean, I did 180, 220, 180, 220. I did that so many times that it's probably over 400 pounds, I'm telling you. Until you find a program that's sustainable. But when you start those programs, you're really thinking about, I want to do this now. I need to have success now. You're really not thinking about, can I actually do this forever? Or in the back of your mind, knowing that you're not going to do this forever. And then you start saying, oh man, what am I going to do after this? Or I'm going to do this for a while, then I'm going to breathe and stop depriving myself, and then I'll start this again.
Yeah.
And then hopefully your plan is to get to a point where you gradually go down, but it never works. I mean, you'll always end up bouncing plus 10.
And I think, too, what's great is that people, especially when couples can do this together, we find a lot of, it's not just the one spouse. It's both of them that need a change. You know, it's very rare that one person is in perfect health, feeling fantastic, and the other one is feeling terrible.
Right.
So we like to bring couples together if we can, but it really becomes a family thing. It's like what we teach them to do is to bring this into not just for themselves, but for their children. And so it's not about, if you guys want to go out for pizza, go out for pizza and enjoy your life, and you can incorporate this within your lifestyle. That it's, and I think that's, and the support you get. I think having this right support makes a huge difference.
Yeah, the
that
community's big.
You're not doing this, you're not buying something over here and doing it all by yourself, but you have a team of people helping you stay successful. And if you can do it with your spouse, it's even better, I think, to keep each other accountable and things like that.
That's phenomenal, because it sounds like this moves out of food and into just life in general. That there's a yin and a yang, or some.
Everything has to work together. It has to be a lifestyle. Well, and Dana's right. When couples are doing this together, it's way easier to do it a lifestyle, because if the husband's trying to focus on eating healthy, and actually it's usually the other way around. Because Dana started a healthy lifestyle before I did, but I was the guy. You tell me I can't have a pizza and beer anymore, forget about it. You tell me I can't eat this, forget about it. And I gave her all the reasons why I'm not doing this lifestyle change. And I said, if I have to do this, I ain't doing it. And she goes, great, we'll work around all that stuff. Yeah. And I was like, okay, so we made our program so people can gradually start a lifestyle change. And it's not like, oh crap, I can't do that, or I got to totally cut off this. It's a lifestyle change.
Yeah, it's in the past, when I would think about lifestyle change, that's like something major. And it sounds like your definition and how you help people orient around that, or the healthy way to do it is orient a lifestyle change as something that can be gradual, where you have to give up everything.
Right.
You just, figure out a way to make it work in little chunks to where you start making different choices.
Well, when we say lifestyle too, I mean, for us, 80% of the time, you're focused, you're staying on track with what your choices that you're making, and being aware of the choices you're making is a huge part of this, just knowing what those choices are. And the other 20%, we just live our life. I mean, we go on vacations, we have holidays and parties, and I think that's why even after all this time, we've gotten to a point where we are maintaining the transformations that we had very easily. This isn't hard for us to do, and I think that us being able to showcase that we've gone through this, we both have. My weight loss story isn't like John's, but I had the low energy. I was 40 whatever years old, 44, 45 years old, and I felt like I was 75, and I'm like, we need to change this. Something needs to change. So us being kind of like the billboards of that really helps. And so people know that we know exactly what you're going through. We've been through the same things, and we can teach you how to make these changes pretty easily and live it out in your life, like I said, without too much, not a lot of effort and a lot of no deprivation and things like that.
So it sounds like the way to begin to live a healthy lifestyle in a busy life is to focus, realizing you don't have to be perfect.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
They don't have to be perfect.
Well, that whole diet mentality, I mean, if you're going to start like a diet on Monday, as guys, what are you going to do this weekend if you know you're starting a diet on Monday?
Everything.
We're going to have pizza. We're going to have, we got to work on our, before picture, right? I mean, it's a whole thought process. The same thing about, you're not having a lifestyle. If you're on a diet and you go out and have pizza and a beer or ice cream or something like that, I mean, they call that a cheat meal. I mean, how do you feel when you cheat? I mean, there's this whole guilt association with that. And then what do you do when you feel guilty? You go eat more. So that's why these programs are killing.
It makes me feel good.
Yeah, right. Yeah, short term it will.
And when you think about it, I mean, you really only have one body, and it's like we want people. We have people that we have gotten started and who just come back to us, and they are just like, just even within days, they're like, I feel so much better. I can't believe it. And then a few weeks go by or a month, and they're just amazed at what's happened to them, and they always come back. Why didn't I do this sooner? And I'm like, it's the timing, and timing is. It has to be right for everyone. You have to be ready. But I think people make more of a big deal about it. It really isn't. We can teach you how to do it, and the results you're going to get are phenomenal. And like I said, being healthy doesn't have to be a project.
Right.
Give yourself
baby steps.
Give yourself
some
permission.
grace.
Know that
Start.
it's not going to be perfect, and just start something. And it's really a lot easier than people think.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Well, listen, guys, you guys gave us a lot of tips, and it sounds like you guys understand how to make things stick, which is what people want. So I appreciate you sharing everything with us today. And if you guys want to learn more about Primetime Health Solutions, the number and information will be going off this across the screen, or it's posted on any websites that Seize Your Business is on. And we hope you join us for the next episode. Take care.
Thanks so much for watching our video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Click the subscribe button for new videos every week, and download and review us on iTunes. Visit learn-about-law.com for other legal-related articles and videos. Visit our business podcast and video blog, seizeyourbusiness.com, and visit Making Real Estate Fun for real estate videos and podcasts. Call us at 630-324-6666 for a free consultation.